Shalom, family. I told y'all I'd be back. I'm back. Gotta do a sound check, though, y'all. Gotta do a sound check. I'm trying something new today. I gotta do a sound check. So I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait till I see y'all come in. And once I see y'all come in, I need for y'all to get up on that comment board and tell me if you can hear me. If you can hear me, hit 1 on the comment board. If I sound like a robot, hit 2 on the comment board. Let me know. We're live. I'm trying something new. If I sound okay, family, hit 1 on the comment board. If I sound like a robot, hit 2 on the comment board and let your brother know. All right? Y'all see the title? All right. I see everybody filing in. Everybody that was on the first live stream, I see you. I see you, Captain Cesariak. You know what I mean? This is all about you. You already know. All right. Come on in, family. I say shalom to the family. It's been a while since I did a live stream. You know, brother been busy doing a lot of other stuff, man, internally within the camp, so forth and so on. I haven't spent time with y'all in a while. But I see a lot of stuff is going crazy now, man. These Kemetic cats are starting to talk SHIT about Israel again, so we about to put them guys on smash. They just don't know it yet. You know, I was with Sonetta Saturday, and he was telling me about I need to get down with Kemet, and I was just laughing and shaking my head like he don't know what's about to happen to him in a hot minute. But that's for another day, another time. That's not for today. You know, family, if you're just coming in, I see all the ones on the comment board, so everybody says I'm sounding good. So if you're just coming in and I sound okay, I don't sound like a robot, hit 1 on the comment boards. Let your brother know we sound good. Aleph Zayin, reach out to Dante Beasley on Facebook. Reach out to the brother Dante Beasley on Facebook, and you can get one of these shirts. And by the way, August 27th, we having the annual Lions of Israel cookout, which is now going to be called the Maccabeestv. And for those of y'all that don't know, let me show y'all real quick before we get into our main reason why we're here tonight. So this past Saturday, as you can see by the title of this video right here, you know, I got up with AOC and a couple of members of my camp, and we was talking at SHIT. We having a workout challenge as part of our cookout this year. Any camp is invited to participate in this workout challenge. Just bring your best 4 men that work out and come to the workout challenge. We're asking every man that wants to participate in the workout challenge to donate $50. Winner takes all. So AOC was talking that good stuff, and we was talking that good stuff, LOI. Now today in my inbox that I got, I Am Israel, Asha Allah sent one of his best men to me. He was doing all them tricks with the push-ups, which ain't gonna matter in the competition. So he could go ahead with that. Then the brother right there on the right of your screen, Malaaki, sent me a video, and he was doing all them tricks with the push-ups, which ain't gonna matter in the competition. But nonetheless, y'all keep doing them tricks. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna see what happens on August 27th, man. So if I was y'all, if you a bet man or a betting woman in the spirit, bet on Lions of Israel, because the AOC, they're gonna lose. I Am Israel is going to lose. Any other camp that's in this is gonna lose, and LOI is gonna reign supreme. That's my personal opinion. I'm biased. You see what I'm saying? But I will say this to y'all, family. I'm the only camp leader that's joining the competition. Hashar. Hashar, the mighty general Hashar. Why am I the only camp leader that's not scared to get in the competition? Asha Allah, Captain Asha Allah of I Am Israel. Why you not in the competition? You dudes work out. What's the deal? You know what I'm saying? What y'all scared of? Anyway, we're going to be in Bronx Park East. If you're interested in the address, we'll definitely give you the address. We have an annual LOI cookout, which is no more. We're now calling it the Macfest. All the camps that's down with the Maccabeestv Alliance Council is going to be there. I Am Israel. You know what I'm saying? UKOIC, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Ambassadors of Christ, Lions of Israel, Apostles of New Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? As well as camps that's not, man. I'm hoping to see ISUPK there. My brother Tazariak told me he was going to the gym. What is it, on Monday? He told me he's going to the gym. Man, I hope you're doing some push-ups. I already see what you do with the leg press, but I want to know what you do with the push-ups. So come through, y'all. It's going to be a blast, y'all. We're going to have some, we're going to have a concert. The brother Asha Shah is going to perform. Hopefully, my brothers, how music is going to perform. We're going to have a good time in the spirit of the Most High in Christ. So I hope to see all you brothers August 27th, Pelham Bay, not Pelham Bay Park, that was last year, Bronx Park East. If you're interested, inbox me on Facebook, Daniel Benjamin. Daniel Benjamin, inbox me on Facebook, and you know what I'm saying, I'll give you the information. If you're a part of a camp or you want to represent for your camp, and let me say this in the spirit, like, you know, if you watch the video, this is the video right here, y'all. But if you watch the video, I already said it in this video, there's no losers. Like, this is friendly competition. You have a lot of brothers that's on Facebook competing for likes, on YouTube competing for likes and subscribers. Yo, let's compete for something that could benefit us all, and that's health and working out. So this is the first annual workout challenge. We're doing push-ups, we're doing pull-ups, we're doing dips, and we're doing bar curls this year. Next year, I'm already telling y'all, we're going to have some martial arts involved. We're going to have some grappling and all that. And this is for the benefit of us all, because our enemies are training, ladies and gentlemen. Our enemies are training. So we need to be training. That's very important. So come out August the 27th, 2017. Like I said, hit me up on my Facebook page, Daniel Benjamin. You can hit up any of these brothers from AOC on their Facebook pages if you're friends with them, and get the information and come through and show love. You could join the workout challenge. You could actually just come and watch, but come out and support, man. Support Israel, because this is what we're doing. We're bringing Israel together. F all that divisive BS, all right? So with that being said, let me see how many people is in the building, man. Let me see how many people is in the building, because we're about to get started. I'm just talking my stuff. I got 46 people, almost 50 in the building. It's been a while since I spent time with y'all, so I appreciate y'all coming out to watch the video tonight. I ain't going to be too long. I see my brother Uzai Yahawada. I'm from North Carolina. I won't be able to attend. We'll be at the Hebrew Summit. All praise, man. Go to that summit. Support. That's what it is. No doubt. Sons of Yahweh Camp. That's my brother. Zaquan is my brother. Just tell him Danyaahla, he knows me. You know what I'm saying? We talk all the time. Aleph Zayin, if you want to, you know, you can inbox me on Facebook. You're saying if you can't make it, but you want to donate $50, you can do that if you want to donate, whatever like that. See, here's the deal, right? You have a lot of camps that we're trying to do different things. AOC has certain goals that they're trying to accomplish. My camp, Lives of Israel, we have certain goals that we're trying to accomplish. So this is friendly competition. This is also kind of sort of like a fundraiser. You see what I'm saying? Slash, if you believe in the New Testament, casting lots. Because the winner takes all. And obviously, if you're the winner, you're part of a camp, you're going to donate certain part of your winnings to the camp. And, you know, all these camps are trying to get schools and do different things and trying to get different things going in the community for Israel, for the greater good of Israel. So it's a friendly competition. And when my camp wins, notice I said, when my camp wins, like I told AOC, they can come to our school. They're always welcome. The door is always open. But LOI is going to reign supreme. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe that, you know, if you're going to bet on I know AOC be talking that good stuff. They did 300. You know what I'm saying? Hashal be talking that hard stuff and everything like that. But when we get out in the park, he ain't competing. So what y'all need to do, come here to this video right here and tell General Hashal, man, he need to come and join the competition. Because I called him out in this video and he just laughed. Tell Hashal, y'all want to see him in the competition. Come to this video right here. Y'all see it on Maccabeestv. And tell Hashar he needs to get in the competition and call out your man Ashiasha Allah from I Am Israel and tell him we want to see the elders in the competition, because I'm in it, because I ain't scared. And I'm calling y'all out. What's good? Now, before we get started, I ain't going to talk too long. For those of y'all that don't know, this is our sister station, Maccabees, the Sisters of the Maccabees. I thought it was important that sisters talk to sisters. You know, I keep hearing from people outside our community, they've never seen an Israelite woman before. They don't know what an Israelite woman looks like. So we started a new channel called Sisters of the Maccabees. I want to give a salute to the sisters that have already contributed videos to this channel. The sisters are doing a great job. You see what I'm saying? The Bible tells us, if you believe in the New Testament, in the book of Titus, that the aged women should teach the younger sisters how to be good wives, how to be good keepers at home, so forth and so on. So a sister can teach. And obviously a woman is the first teacher of the children. Okay? So this is something we have going on. Now, I want to highlight this video right here. Big up to the brother, Dr. Patrick Delves, who gave us this beautiful cleanse that a lot of us in the Hebrew community have been taking, as well as the other stuff that he's given us. The brother Patrick Delves gave us a fantastic cleanse. I know a lot of times, and after this, we're going to get started with the main event, why I got y'all here tonight. I know a lot of times, a lot of brothers and sisters, we reach a point where we decide that we want to go on a diet, or we want to cleanse our body, or we want to, we want to go on a diet, or we want to change it. We want to cut meat out of our diet, or we want to cut dairy out of our diet, so forth and so on. And those are good things. But before you go on a diet, before you decide to cut meat out your diet and dairy out your diet, so forth and so on, the first thing you need to do is you need to cleanse your body. Clean out all the stuff that's been building up in your body, and then do those things. So what I have here is we have a video. A lot of people have asked me for this over the years, where we actually show you how to administer the cleanse that was done by Dr. Patrick Delves. Not only are we showing you how to administer the cleanse, but we also have a testimonial and his wife who came here and stayed with myself and my wife for a couple of days, and they actually took the cleanse. So after they took the cleanse, we videotaped them, and they gave you their testimony about how they felt after they took the cleanse. So you can watch this video, you can learn how to take the cleanse. I suggest that if you're an Israelite that usually is like tries to stay home during the Sabbath, you don't really go anywhere during the Sabbath, you're probably not part of a camp, you're really not part of some place where you go to congregate with brothers and sisters on the Sabbath. You usually stay home and read your scriptures or whatever like that. I suggest, brothers and sisters, the Sabbath is a great time to take the cleanse. You're going to cleanse your spirit spiritually on the Sabbath. We'll cleanse your temple as well on the Sabbath. This is a great time to take the Sabbath. So I suggest that to brothers and sisters, but you do have to be home if you take this cleanse, because it will send you to the bathroom, because obviously all the toxins and the buildup that's in your system is actually going to come out. All right. So be sure to subscribe to this channel called Sisters of the Maccabees. I always show you, brothers and sisters, this. You see this little bell right here? You have to make sure that you hit subscribe and you hit the bell. Any channel that you like on YouTube, when you subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. Why do you hit the bell? Because it sends you a notification every time a channel that you like uploads a video, so that way you don't miss it. Because sometimes people tell me, oh, I didn't know that you loaded videos on Maccabeestv TV. That's because you didn't hit the bell. Make sure you hit the bell and subscribe to Maccabeestv TV and Sisters of the Maccabees, and support the Israelite movement. All right, family. So with that being said, I ain't going to talk y'all to death. I was just trying to talk until I get some more people up in the room. We're going to get started with the main reason why we're here. Y'all see the title. All right. I just sat down and I had a conversation this week with my brother. I apologize. Caribbean Queen, I apologize. You're 100% right. I apologize, family. That's my fault. I apologize. It's been a while since I live streamed. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. That's my fault. Let's go. Here we go. I apologize. We're going to do that again. This is the page called Sisters of the Maccabees. It is because they tell me we'll not be messing up. This is the page Sisters of the Maccabees. Make sure you hit this little bell right here that gives you notifications every time videos are uploaded. If you are a sister, you need to hit that subscribe button. If you're a sister that says that you want to see Israelite sisters and you want to hear from Israelite sisters, you need to hit that subscribe button straight up and down. All right, because I have nothing but sisters on this channel, and I give these sisters props for what they're doing. But this particular video right here is the video I was talking about. Cleansed by Patrick Delves, administered by Sister Malika Benjamin, which is my wife. And the reason why she's doing it is because she introduced the cleanse to me. So this is really something that she introduced to me and a whole lot of other Israelites. Facebook, and you are in the Healthy Hebrews group on Facebook that I founded. Y'all brothers and sisters know my wife is way more active in that group than I am. Even though I founded the group, she's pretty much running the group and answering all types of questions. And everybody's in that group. You got Israelites in that group. You got Muslims in that group. You got a lot of Kemetic people that's in that group, because everybody knows that they need issues. They need help with their health. So they come to the group. So I have to big her up. If you're interested in taking a cleanse, come to this page. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell. And make sure that you are always aware when videos are uploaded. We have some videos of our trip to Grenada that we're going to upload and show y'all a lot of the trees and different things and the herbs that we found down there. We have a video on sea moss that we haven't uploaded yet that's going to come on this channel, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So make sure that y'all like and subscribe to this page. All right. Now, with that being said, I'm just going to come and I'm going to check and shout a few people out. Sakari, Seattle, I see you. Right? I see you, no doubt. Let me come back here real quick because I wasn't sharing the page. Make sure y'all come to this page and y'all watch this video. All right. We have the workout challenge, August the 27th, 2017. You know what I'm saying? You have AOC involved. You have Lions of Israel involved. Lions of Israel is going to win. You have you have Apostles of New Jerusalem involved. I hope I see ISUPK up in there because I know Captain Zakar be working out. So let me find out if y'all going to duck out on us on this workout challenge. We need to see y'all in the park. You see what I'm saying? Because winner takes all, and winner has the bragging rights for a whole year till next year. Next year, we're going to introduce martial arts, grappling, and everything else to the competition. But this year is push-ups, dips, and curls on the bar. All right, we're going to do some tutorials and show brothers and sisters what is the actual right push-up to do and what's wrong, pull up, dip, etc. So that when y'all come to this workout challenge, there's no gray area. So that when Lions of Israel win, y'all come up off that money, and we still love brothers and we still brothers. All right. So with that being said, let's go to the reason why we're here. All right. Let me just come to the comment board real quick. Shout a few people out. Israel, I need for y'all brothers and yes, Zariak, you said LOL. I hope I see you there, man. I know what you're pushing on a leg press because you posted that on your Facebook page when you had it. But I want to see how you look at doing push-ups and dips. I'm the only brother, I'm the only senior brother that has rank in the camp that's actually joining the competition. Hashar is ducking me. Yeah, I said it. Y'all go tell them. I said it. Anybody from AOC on here? I said Hashar is ducking me. Asha Allah is ducking me. Tazariak, you ain't give me an answer yet, so I ain't gonna say that. Run camps is ducking me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only elder. It's like I'm joining the competition, and I'm a goddamn win too. All right. Anyway, with that being said, I've been talking a lot of stuff. I'm just waiting for everybody to get. Oh, ISUPK said, oh, Zariak said his push-up game is strong. Thank you. Thank you. Good. So that means you coming. So I'm going to count you in. I'm going to count ISUPK in. Home of the truth. I'm going to count you in. You can't lose. You can't lose because the generals is going to get at you if you lose. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boy. Hashai Yahoo's Yah's Fury. I'm not even going to read that comment. AOC, y'all see what your brother said. Make sure, family, that y'all like and subscribe to this video right here. All right, let's get started. I got a lot of family in the house right now, so we good. So let's get started. So this past Sunday, through the Spirit of Most High in Christ, I got up with the Captain Tazariak, and I want to say, oh shit, Sakari, Seattle said he heard ISUPK members do 600 push-ups, not at once. I don't know a human being that could do 600 pull-ups at one time. All right, so I don't know about that. They might do 600 pull-ups. The way this is going to work, and then we're going to get to the main. We're going to get to the main video. I'm not going to keep rambling on. The way this is going to work, we're going to set up like 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, and you're going to have to do as many dips, as many pull-ups, as many curls, as many push-ups, whatever it is. You're going to have to do as many as you could do in that allotted amount of time. Winner takes all. It's going to be 4 men from each camp. Each man has to donate $50. The winner takes all. And of course, the winner, if you're a part of a camp, you should be donating part of your winnings to your camp because this is really to generate funds for camps. All right. So we want to be clear. This is not to fatten your pockets or nothing. This is really to generate funds for your camp. So make sure that y'all brothers and sisters, if you are part of a camp and you want to participate, make sure you 4 strong. Lions of Israel is more than 4 strong. And y'all never met my secret weapon. I keep telling brothers I got a secret weapon. And y'all could go watch my video on YouTube I have from 2012. Me and Captain McGunn did a video in 2012 called Lions of Israel Workout. And I'm telling you, what y'all see in there was 4 or 5 years ago. I'm way better than that now. With that being said, Tazariak, what am I lying about? Is it me? Am I lying about something? Or maybe he's talking about the brother that said, 600 push-ups, because that's almost not humanly possible. Not 600 straight. I don't think so. Yo, James Barrows, I said that. This is kind of something that we're doing on short notice, but this is something that's going to be annual. We're going to add grappling and we're going to add martial arts and some boxing. All right. So this is something that we're just testing out to see how Israel responds to it. And hopefully Israel responds to it in a positive light, because this is all about, there's no losers in taking care of your temple. This is something we're going to do year to year. And even it would be great to see if ISUPK, I know they have their cookout year in and year out, they can add this to their cookout too. Why not? You see what I'm saying? I know me and my camp will come through and represent. That's what's up. Anyway, with that being said, family, I got up with the Captain Cesariak this Sunday, and we had a fantastic interview. Y'all see the title. Is ISUPK's model divisive? A lot of you brothers and sisters, I know I speak to some of y'all, and y'all complain about their motto, which says, if you're not part of ISUPK, you're not in the truth. Commanding General Yohana, you're not in the truth. So I asked Captain Cesariak about that motto. I asked Captain Cesariak if he's running from Brother Jabari. He's doing the victory lap around the so-called conscious community as though nobody wants to mess with him. I don't know why, but that's what he's doing. So we're going to talk about that in this interview as well. And of course, me and Captain Cesariak, we talked about some sports. We talked about Mayweather. We talked about Michael Vick. We talked about Colin Kaepernick, so forth and so on. So the interview is about an hour long, so I'm about to play it right now. One person's question, Uzziah Howard, your wife wants to know if eventually it can be a women's fitness challenge. This hasn't happened yet. I'm going to tell you something right now. My wife said she wants to do it. Another sister in my camp is doing it. There was a sister in AOC that said she was interested in doing it, and your wife says she's interested in doing it. If the sisters want to be a part of this challenge as well, no losers, contact me on Facebook, Daniel Benjamin. Here's my page. Let me show y'all because I'm sharing my screen. Here's my page, Daniel Benjamin, right here. Can't miss the picture. Matter of fact, I'm in the gym in my picture, right? And you can see me right there with the weights in the background because I get it in. This is my Facebook page. Make sure that y'all inbox me and let me know. I need to know what sisters want to be a part of it. And if the sisters want to be a part of it, we will add the sisters to it. But I need at least 3 or 4 sisters to be a part of it before we actually add the sisters, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's get started with this interview. What we working with right now? Give me a second. All right. So here we go, family. I'm going to play the interview with myself and Captain Cesariak. I hope your brothers and sisters enjoy. Now, I don't know nothing about the Mayweather fight being canceled. Not at all. All right. So I'm going to play the video, family. I'm not going to be looking at the comment boards for now. Chance. Y'all can, after the video's over, I will come back to the comment boards and talk to y'all. So here it is. Without further ado, I introduce to you, brothers and sisters, my brother, Captain Cesariak Howard of the mighty ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? A very transparent brother, a very good brother that I know that I could call and ask him anything honestly from the heart. Y'all know that that brother's honest. All right, so check this out, family. I'll be back at y'all after the interview. Shalom. Here we go. Maccabeestv. It's your brother, Priest Danyaahla, and I'm sitting here with a brother that needs no introduction. Y'all already know him. It's my brother right here. So for those that have been living under a rock, brother, introduce yourself.
I'm Captain Cesariak of ISUPK and the Commander General. Shalom. Shout out to the sisters. Shout out to the brothers scattered across the 4 corners of the earth.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So anyway, man, let's get right down to why we're here. The ISUPK has something coming up in August. Your annual cookout, which I've attended, I think about 3 of them.
All of them.
Yeah, pretty much. I've attended just about all of them. So talk to people about the ISUPK cookout annually. Like, what does it consist of, and why do y'all do it?
Well, we started. I know for me, with being in the truth, I try to do any and everything I can to image of hope. Like Paul said in Romans 11th chapter, if by any means I may provoke to emulation image on my flesh. So anything that I could do, whether it's been debates, whether it's been lectures, whether it's been cookouts, whether it's camp, whether it's interviews, anything that I can do is what I'll do. Like, this is what we signed up for. Like the scriptures say, let them be greatest among you, become a servant. So I've tried to serve black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And just explain it, sometimes y'all might always hear me say black people, but I'm always talking about all 12 tribes of Israel, because black is a condition that we all suffer from. So when I say black, I'm talking about them all. So when we came up with the concept of doing the cookout, I looked at it as another fishing tool. I mean, we work on the Sabbath every Sabbath already as priests. For me,
hold on a second. Hold on a second. Let me check. Let me check. Okay. All right, hold on a second, family. Somebody told me that they couldn't see the video, so Captain Tazariak said he couldn't see the video. You guys have no visual, so hold on a second. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, just bear with me, y'all. I'm going to try something else. Just bear with me. I will, Black Man. I'm doing that right now. I'm trying to work on something. Hopefully, y'all be able to see it. I'll be disappointed if y'all can't see it. So just bear with me 1 second. Let's go. Let's go. All right, family. I need to know. Press 1 if you could see this. If you could see my screen, you should be able to see my screen with the YouTube on it. You should be able to see the comment boards on the side. Press 1 if you could see me sharing my screen. Press 1. Let me know. All right, so y'all can see me share my screen, right? All right, I'm gonna start the video again. All right. Now I'm sharing the screen with some clouds on it. Can y'all see that? If you can see the screen with the clouds on it, press 1. Let me know so we can get this started. Screen with the clouds on it, type in clouds, because I'm seeing a lot of ones, but y'all may be answering another question. If you can see the screen with the clouds on it, type in clouds so I know you can see it. All right. All right, so there's a little bit of a delay on YouTube, so you're gonna see me go back to my other screen, and then you're gonna see me come back to the screen. I'm gonna start the interview again. I do apologize for any technical difficulties. Like I said, I'm trying something new, man. You know, I'm not the great sonetta that's way advanced in this stuff. I'm still getting it. So I do apologize. As long as y'all can see it, then I'm good. We're gonna start over because this is a good interview. I don't want y'all to miss a minute of it. All right. So Cap, check this out, right? Give me a second. Everybody's saying I'm good. So I'm going to get started again. Reason that you can't see the screen anytime, Cap, call me back. Caribbean Queen, call me if you can't see the screen, all right? We're going to start over. Let's get it. Let's get it. Captain Cesario. Y'all see the title. Let's go.
Maccabeestv, it's your brother Priest Danyaahla, and I'm sitting here with a brother that needs no introduction. Y'all already know him. It's my brother right here. And for those that have been living under a rock, brother, introduce yourself.
I'm Captain Zaria, ISUPK, and the Commander
If
General.
you can't see it, let me know. Caribbean Queen, call me.
Sisters and our blessing outside to the brothers scattered across the four corners of the earth. So
that's what's up. That's what's up, man. So anyway, man, let's get right down to why we're here. The ISUPK has something coming up in August. Your annual cookout, which I've attended, I think about 3 of them.
all of them.
Yeah, pretty much. I've attended just about all of them. So talk to people about the ISUPK cookout annually. Like, what does it consist of, and why do y'all do it?
Well, we started, I know for me, with being in the truth, I try to do any and everything I can to provoke. Like Paul said in Romans,
Yeah.
if by any means I was
I'll try, but it's a lot of traffic
so anything that I could do, whether it's been debates, whether it's been lectures, whether it's been cookouts, whether it's camp, whether it's interviews, anything that I could do is what I'll do. Like, this is what we signed up for. Like the scriptures say, let them be greatest among you, become a servant. So I've tried to serve black people, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And just explain what sometimes I might always hear me say black people, but I'm always talking about all 12 tribes of Israel, because black is a condition that we all suffer from. So when I say black, I'm talking about them all. So when we came up with the concept of doing the cookout, I looked at it as another fishing tool. I mean, we work on the Sabbath, every Sabbath already. As priests, for me to go to New York to teach, I got to get in the car, I got to drive, I got to pay a toll, I got to go stand out there, and we got to teach. We got to resurrect the equipment, break down the equipment, and these are all priestly duties that was always done. If you go back in the days during the Levitical priesthood, the priests, as Christ said, profane the Sabbath every Sabbath. So, and the reason why Christ used the word profane is he knew that the priests were not profaning the Sabbath. But the reason why he would say profane the Sabbath is because they would try to cut him and the disciples when they were plucking the ear of the corn. If they were healing on the Sabbath, the priests would try to come and say, you profaning the Sabbath. He said, well, if I'm profaning the Sabbath, then the priests are profaning the Sabbath every day. And what Christ was trying to teach was, and the last thing Christ said was that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. Meaning the Sabbath was made for us. Meaning we would work, if we would work 6 days a week. The 7th day the Lord made us so that we would have a day to ourselves. The priests don't have a day to themselves. The priests serve the people every single day. So I work for the Most High every single day as a priest. So when it came to the cookout, just like we go to camp on Sabbath, I said we're going to do this cookout on Sabbath day. Because again, the priests work on the Sabbath day. So it's a job or working just like any other day. So I chose the Sabbath day to do it. And I know a lot of people that may not have that understanding that I have of the Sabbath would take offense to that, because they look at it like you're making food on the Sabbath.
You're kindling a fire.
Right, you're kindling a fire on the Sabbath. So if I used an electric grill, would I be kindling a fire? Would it be okay then? The kindling of a fire said you shall do no service. Of course, Exodus 35th chapter said you shall do no servile work. I'm not doing any servile work on that day, because the servile work in that verse is talking about what you did those 6 days that you did servile work. That Sabbath day, I'm not doing servile work, meaning like Danyaahla was my boss and I worked for him. He can't make me serve him on that day. That's serve our work. But I'm serving the Most High every day we're required to. So when we're doing that cookout, when we're kindling that fire, I'm not kindling that fire for me. I'm kindling that fire as a priest to serve the people, no different than when I go out the camp. I'm erecting a statue. I'm doing, excuse me, outside. I didn't mean to say statue. Lord, please, let me be clear. But I'm erecting our camp equipment. So we're erecting a 12-tribe side. We're erecting a slavery in Egypt side. Erecting a Caesar Borgia side. Erecting the table, putting our literature out to push this truth. We are serving on the Sabbath. So if it's saying do no servile work, then why do we even go to camp on the Sabbath day? We should do it on a Friday before the sun goes down. We should do it on a Sunday. We should do it on a Monday. We should do it on a Tuesday. But us in the truth know that we're able to do that because we are the priests. So on this day, it's a sacrifice for the people. It's a sacrifice that the Most High has glorified every single time that we have done it. So we got to kind of lose the Jewish, I'm using that in quotation marks, we got to lose the Jewish method of the Sabbath day, because most people that get angry at us got to lose that Jewish mind state, because if I can't have this cookout on the Sabbath, then we can't have camp on the Sabbath either, because nobody's going to tell them that they're getting to the camp by walking. Anybody that takes a camp out, this ain't just ISUPK camp, this is every camp. Anybody that takes a camp out, you're driving, spending money, doing something to get to that camp. So if we're not supposed to do no servile work for a cookout, then we shouldn't do servile work for a camp. We got to lose that mind state. So nobody should really take issue with this. I mean, real talk. Because again, and it's free. We're not charging nobody. We're not making no money to do this cookout. This is on our dollar. So everything that we're doing is no different than when the priests, what do the priests do on a Sabbath day when you bring that sacrifice? Are they not working? Are they not kindling that fire to burn that sacrifice to the Most High? So they're burning a fire as a sacrifice to the Most High. So the kindle of fire is about not making people work on that Sabbath, making a servant do work. So nobody should have an issue, man. Come out there and break bread with your brother, and we have a good time. I hope y'all can understand what I'm saying.
Right. Now, I know that you open up the cookout to everybody, to all black people. You pretty much said, right? Am I right about that? So people that are Kemetic might be there, people that are Muslim might be there, and just people that are walking by. Like last year, I saw people just walking by.
Homeless people and everything like that.
Right, getting some food.
Right.
What about Africans? What about 12-year-old Africans, Captain Cesario? Can you change your mind yet? If there's a 12-year-old African when it comes to the cookout, I guess the people want to know, have you changed your mind? Could you get some food?
No, I'll change my mind when the children are fed. Like Christ said, the children must first be fed. So if Christ said the children must first be fed, then it'll always be the children must be fed first. And to me, I think I'm doing the greatest honor that I can to my ancestors by not feeding anyone that's not from my family tree. My family tree now is not just like my children, my father. My family tree is all of Israel. So I think I do them a great service by limiting who I can give my love to. And then, because what I found is that when people hear us say that, it's either two reactions. Either the reaction that you're being too mean, or the reaction, damn, yo, I wish I would honor my people like that. And I don't see how people, like when we get to talking about the sports part of this interview or whatever, we're willing to throw away our heritage for nothing. My heritage just means too much to me to just give it away for that moment. And if I'm going to sacrifice as a priest, I'm going to sacrifice for my people as a priest. So just like, I hope people can understand that, because I wouldn't feed African no more than I'm not giving my heritage to an African. I'm not giving my heritage to a white man. I'm not giving my heritage to the Arabs. The scriptures say this. I brought it out when I was debating that lunatic Jewish dude. The scriptures say, if an animal died of itself, I can't give that to a brother. I can give that to a heathen, but I can't give it to a brother. So the scriptures in the law makes us make a difference between Israelites and non-Israelites. The scripture that's a law in the Bible for us to make a difference between Israel and non-Israel. So if the scriptures say in the law we ought to make a difference, nobody should be mad that I make a difference in my cookout. I will keep in the law.
All right, so now time for another controversial question. You ready?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. There's a lot of Israelites that I speak to that would love to come and support Captain Tazaria. They want to come to your lectures. They want to come to your cookout, but they feel as though ISUPK's model is divisive. If it's not of ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, you are not in the truth. So based on that model, there are a lot of Israelites that may want to and desire to come in fellowship with you, but they say that you brothers are too divisive. And we hear that a lot. It's never really been fully addressed. So you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I'll give a comment on that. First, the history on that, for those that know anything about ISUPK, we didn't always say that. The history on that first started when GMS was pushing that rape doctrine. And GMS was pushing that rape doctrine so much that we wanted to differentiate ourselves. Then, of course, you know about the cat saying he's the Holy Spirit. We wanted to differentiate ourselves. And what they were teaching was totally against the scripture. So we started saying if it's not of ISUPK, it's not of the Most High. And it wasn't meant to be divisive because at the same time that Commander Danyaahla made that decree, he made another decree. And that decree was that all camps were to come together. This is in 2011 that both of these decrees came out. And most people remember or keep in mind if it's not of ISUPK, it's not of the Lord. Most people forget the part where he said all camps are to come together. So that decree on the premise seems like it's divisive. But to me, if I was on the outside looking in, what I would say is, let me go talk to ISUPK about that. Let me see why they keep saying that and see if it's divisive or if it's a tool being used to unite. That tool or the premise may sound like it's divisive, but it's not. It's meant to unite because if we're saying that, you should at least come and say, what are you talking about? Let me sit down. I'm camp such and such, and I have an organization, and we like what y'all saying, but what y'all saying is dividing us. So I want to have a sit down and try to see if what you're saying is about dividing or if it's about uniting. Before you make any decision, here's what I would say to anybody that takes issue with that and won't come to a lecture or won't come to a cookout or won't come to a camp or anything because of those words. Before you make that decision to not come around, you should at least come around and have one conversation with us. One conversation to see if we're trying to keep you apart from us or if we're trying to unite with us. And then after you have that one sit down, after you have that one conversation and you come to your decision, at least you would have done your due diligence enough to say, okay, I had my interpretation of what they were saying, and instead of standing on my own interpretation, I went and spoke to the brothers to see exactly what they was talking about. And now that I've spoken to them, I've come to the decision that either it is divisive, so I'm going to stay away, or it's not divisive, and now we can kind of work together and come together, like Danyaahla said. I would say do that first before you make that decision, because what happens a lot of times is because you have that the first interpretation in your head, you start coming at the school, and the school defends themselves, which we have every right to do so, and then the question never gets answered because now we start battling over who's right, who's wrong, who got the truth, who don't got the truth. And all of this is from the Most High. None of whether it's the left hand or right hand, it's all the Most High. Period. None of this is of any of us. None of this is of Danyaahla. None of this is of ISUPK. None of this is of Tazaria. None of this is of Danyaahla. None of this is of Ariah. None of this is of anybody but the Most High first. Like the scriptures say, a power water, our planet, the Most High to get the increase. So whether we increase or whether we decrease, it's all of the Most High. So before you get into your personal feelings or your emotional aspect of it, you should go to that person or go to that organization, find out what they're saying. Otherwise, you're basing your everything that you believe off of your opinion, not fact, because you didn't go to the organization. So for those out there that have those issues, have those questions, August the 5th would be a perfect opportunity to come and ask. I'll be there, Danyaahla will be there, the other Jones will be there, and you can come and ask in brotherhood. That's what I've said. For those that know me, this goes out to all the camps, because I've spoken to a lot of them. For those that know me, that's all that I've ever asked. And all you got to do is just come out there and ask, and then we can solve it that way. And if you notice, what I'm doing in this answering this question is I'm not really answering the question. What I'm telling you to do is come and we resolve it yourself, because I don't want to have my own interpretation of what you think. I want you to come, we sit down and we talk, so that neither one of us has an interpretation of what the other person thinks. You can hear it from the horse's mouth directly. So now you ain't got to make a tape in response to this, because that would be childish. Just like I don't make tapes in response to you saying we're not in the truth, or it's wrong for saying that, because I would rather speak to you directly. And what I find is that most brothers that do come and speak to me directly walk away with a totally different concept. So that's what I would say to the brothers that take issue with what we're saying. Just come talk to us directly. Don't do it Facebook is not the place to get answers. Instagram is not the place to get answers. YouTube is not the place to get answers on something like that. You get an answer from coming directly to the individual, looking him in his eyes, talking to him directly. So that would be how I would say that.
All right, Cesario. All right, look. Why you want some?
Hold on a second, y'all. Just 1 second. Hold on now. Where we at? All right. Just coming to see what people are talking about on the comment boards. Just coming to see what people are talking about. Yo, family, keep an open mind, man. Yo, brother speaker from the home. Yo, Red Nux, I appreciate you for hitting that super chat. Yo, big shout out to you, King. Silly Dub, I see you. Big shout out to you, King. Family, make sure y'all like and subscribe to Maccabeestv TV. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to Maccabeestv TV sister station, which is the Sisters of the Maccabees. Make sure y'all come and y'all watch this video about this flush, and do your flush on the Sabbath if you stay home. You know, recommended by the Dr. Patrick Dells. Like, subscribe, and share this on Facebook. And with that being said, I'm going to shut my mouth. Back to the interview. Let's go.
Jabari. You're running from Jabari. Jabari has kindly asked you over and over again that he wants to do a debate with you. And for some reason, you just seem like you're running. So, are you running from Jabari?
I'm going to tell you something, man. In the last 2 weeks, I've kind of found out everything I need to know about Jabari. Jabari is no different than Pastor such and such, straight up. And a lot of people always like to think that I'm running. You know, I hear this all the time. I used to hear this about Garfield, I heard this about Polite, I heard this about Shaka, Seti, everybody. And what a lot of people got to understand is what's important to you is not important to me. So in your brain, you think, oh, he running. In my brain, I'm like, I got more important stuff to do. And then what I find is that when I actually get in front of that individual and we start dialoguing, I really find out that that individual is running. So I'll use Jabari as my example, and then I'll answer it. Jabari was saying I was running. Now, we only had one conversation. The conversation that we had was about the flood. No, not the flood. We had a conversation when I first interacted, second time I interacted with him about being 1-1, which he finally was somebody from the conscious community finally admitted that at one time there was all a bunch of people, and then something happened where what he, in his words, was those lineages died off, where we all come back from 1-1. That's what he said his science proved. And I used the story of the flood to back up what his science said. To me, it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, what I find odd is that no Israelite is trying to say that Kemet didn't exist. No Israelite is trying to say that. But the Kemet cats is making it their business to say that we didn't exist. When we're all I'm talking about historical figures of point in time, and if there's records of these historical figures written from that time, what's the big deal with historical figures existing? I don't understand that. But what I find is the reason they don't want us to exist is because we're real and they're not. What I mean when I say we're real and they're not goes back to what happened. So 2 weeks ago, might have been not this Saturday, other Saturday, I made a decree, which I hope every Israelite follows. Don't answer no more biblical questions. The question is now for Kemet to prove Kemet. And again, you notice I said first, we ain't saying that Kemet didn't exist. When I say Kemet didn't exist, they had pyramids, funeral homes, they had people, they had pharaohs, they had rulers, they had all of that. What I'm talking about with proving is, they always like to say, our God don't exist. Moses don't exist. We can't say we're Israelites. They always say you got to take a DNA test. Our DNA is the Bible. And if you want to go to the core line, Deuteronomy 28 chapter is a straight DNA for how we got here to America. Can't nobody get around it. Can't nobody disprove it. So I asked them, I said, you say it's metaphor, it's not literal. Why did they erect temples to Anubis? Why did they have mummified dogs? And I saw Reggie and Jabari give the ultimate buck dance. I spent an hour without getting a question answered. They start telling me they was erected because we got science. They start saying they had temple. Jabari saying he had committed priests. But could nobody tell me if it's a principle? Why did they believe that the heart would get weighed? Who saw that shit first of all? It's like, who went into who went into the book? I'm saying Book of the Dead. Who went down there, saw Anubis, saw the feather saw the heart get weighed against the feather, came back to tell that story? So I'm asking for that proof, and they're not offering no proof. And then Jabari was saying that it's not real. But then Divine Prospect, who I call, what did I call him? The silent assassin. That's what I call Prospect. Prospect showed me this dialogue he was having with Jabar, and Prospect smooth got him to admit who he invoked or praised to. If I had time to pull it up, I would pull it up, but Huika or whatever, Huika might not be the name, but it was so retarded as name. And he's saying he praised. And then I saw a video with Jabari and Reggie where Jabari admitted that he praised two deities. So in one breath, Jabari is saying it's not literal, it's myth, but then he's praying to this. So what I realized is that how long are we going to keep entertaining Kemet like that? Like, we got bigger fish to fry if we're going to keep going back and forth. So what I want Israel to do is don't defend the Bible no more. They say Moses did exist, fine. I need you to prove Anubis existed. I need you to prove Geb existed. I need you to prove, and not existed written on the walls. Give me proof. They asked me to prove that the Most High existed, that Moses existed. When I brought out Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, when I brought out Revelations, World War I. But when I asked, so if I can prove through my scriptures that's written thousands of years ago, prophetic natures, the prophecies, outside of Jews being black and stuff like that, the prophecies in that Bible is a cold cut to anybody. You can also use the Dead Sea Scrolls, because they like to talk about King James. The Dead Sea Scrolls was found in King James, matches up with it in the translation, which is another cut, because the Dead Sea Scroll also dates back before King James was even written in the 1600s. So they need to start proving their work. So when they say I'm running, it ain't that I'm running, it's just that Kemet is so small and so easy to debunk. I just got bigger fish to fry. And I never hear about their laws and how their laws is going to fix us. When they ask me how do you worship to serve the Most High, it's very easy. Keep the commandments, which goes back to the law. Ask them how they serve them gods. Because you cannot have millions of mummified dogs and tell me that they didn't believe it was working. And if you believe in mummified dogs, you can believe in Santa Claus.
They were sacrificing animals to some of those gods too. We have proof on that.
What animal didn't they believe in? Right. That dung beetle was worshipped.
That's right.
That alligator was worshipped.
Right.
The hawk was you're not gonna tell me. Listen, we like to say we lions, right? Because a lion is like the king of the jungle. We ain't serving or worshiping no goddamn lions. If we were to say, well, we saw the jackal and we like that jackal and something about that jackal we bow to, I wouldn't even have an issue with it. Because like I said, we say we lions because lion is the king of the jungle. But where the problem comes is they erect temples to that jackal. They have jackal head. They walk around with the damn jackal head on. They believe they're going to meet that nigga.
If I could answer what you're saying, that's powerful what you're saying. Remember in the book of Numbers, the first chapter, when Moses told the children of Israel to stand by the standard of their fathers?
Right.
Each standard, a lot of standards were represented by an animal, like a lion, Benjamin being a wolf, so forth and so on. And just like you're saying, we did use the images of the animals on our standards, but we never built temples.
We never built temples, and we don't worship. And I'm not dying to go meet the Lion of Judah. They dying to go meet the dog of Anubis. And then here's another part. Horus and Seth, Horus and Seth, or whatever his name was, they had a battle. These is guys that had a battle. Somehow or another, sperm gets involved. Then they go before a council of another bunch of guys. They call it sperm out of ears and everything. So they got too many stories. Number one, that's faggoty. Number one, that's supposed to be mythological, spiritual, whatever. So we need that proven. So it ain't really a matter of ducking. They just need to answer those questions. And I asked two simple ass questions, Danyaahla. Every time they ask us a question, we answer it. I don't care what it is. We go out. We so like we believe in the scripture that said prove all things so much so that we answer these biblical questions, these same biblical questions from these Kemetic cats for years. I saw old tapes. I never put up an old tape. It was the Mighty Hebrew, Tahuti, Seti, and somebody else. And I'm watching this tape. I'm seeing them ask the Mighty Hebrew the same damn question. Blood story, Moses, Abraham, etc., etc., etc. And I'm listening to the Mighty Hebrew answer the question. And then I'm like, man, this shit was in like 2008 or something like that. We're in 2017. And they're asking the same questions, but we ain't forced them to answer our questions yet. And it's almost like our fault in the sense of we're so accustomed to proving the truth that we don't let them trick us. It's always like you're asking a question about Kemet, somehow or another Joseph get mentioned or Moses get mentioned, and we get caught up in that. Ain't gonna be talking about Joseph, ain't gonna be talking about Moses, so we won't let it go. That day is over, Israel. The day now is to make them answer Kemet. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. The day is also coming. We're gonna move away from entertaining them at all. And they may not like that. Let me tell you something. Sinetta is a brother. I'm going to talk about Sinetta just for a second. Sinetta is a brother that my interactions outside of the battling, him standing with Kemet, me standing with Israel, as a personal relationship, me and that brother has been 100. I ain't got nothing but love for that brother. He's supported every single thing that I've done, and I've tried to support him in things that he's done. The only reason I say try because there's some things he does that I just don't stand for. But he supported everything that I've done. But there's going to come a time, not that I'm not going to deal with Sinetta, but that I'm not going to keep entertaining Kemet. I'm not going to keep entertaining the fuckery that comes along with it because it's distracting us from the bigger picture. We're at a time in 2017, man, where black people oppression, black people's plight is really getting worse and worse and worse. You got brothers committing suicide in the river, other black people recording him killing himself, not even trying to help him. So that is like, that's what's starting. And we're so caught up in social media and recording everything. We'll see a black man getting beat up. And instead of trying to stop the fight, we'll record the fight. I don't know one time these two brothers were arguing in front of the camp. It's not even our protocol to break up a fight. But I see two brothers arguing in front of the camp. I go out there and break up the fight. And I was wrong for doing it because it's against our protocol because you don't know what it's over. But to see black men fighting or to see black women fight them, we should do something about that. whether it's breaking up the fight or teaching our brothers to stop fighting each other. So Kemet is about to get swept under the rug so we can deal with, you know, bigger issues. So Jabari ain't getting ducked. He just saying that he important in his brain. Let me make this perfectly clear. It's his favorite phrase before he seduces you by thinking he answering the question, but he never answers the question. Just go back and watch his debate with Prospect. To an extent, watch his debate with Zion Lex, because what Zion Lex did is open the door. Like, Ben was on it as far as putting Kemet and forcing him to answer the question. Zion Lex had Jabari in the box, where if Zion Lex was disciplined enough, when Jabari brought up Zion Lex's book, Zion Lex, you should have never even answered a question about your book. Because once you answered that one question about your book, you took away from the fact that he couldn't deal with the origin of Ma'at, and you let him escape. That's why you want to learn to be disciplined, Zion Lex. You come holler at me, I'll teach you, I'll train you right. But if you would have did it, you'd have had that brother. You'd have had Jabari in the box. He would have never got out because he ain't got no answer for that. He don't. But you let him escape. Israel, don't let Kemet escape anymore. So Jabari is weak, and he weak as hell. Team Osiris, don't support him. Our Rock Squad say he's pseudo, and Team Osiris say he's pseudo. And he prays. That's what we'll do with them Kemet cats. Force them to answer their questions. And Reggie and Jabari don't agree right now. Let that be known. Reggie and Jabar, Reggie totally believes that they didn't exist. It was just science. Jabari believes that they did exist. So now they want Kevin on trial. They need to try themselves. They need to have a debate. Reggie and Jabari, them two need to debate each other because they confused on what is Kevin. Yeah. So how you go? Like, we ain't confused about us being Israel, that being our salvation, that being our redemption. We ain't confused. Y'all are confused, so y'all need to get y'all together.
Facts. All right, Cap, let's switch the subject a little bit. Let's talk about some things that we never talk about. Let's talk a little about sports, right?
That's right.
All right, so what is it? August 26th, Mayweather versus McGregor.
Okay.
Who you got?
To be honest, I think it should be a cakewalk for Mayweather. I mean, the ultimate fighting, you know, you can use your hands and legs, body, wrestling, and all of that. In boxing, you can only do just your hands. So Mayweather is going to be totally in his comfort zone as opposed to the white boy, which brother should be able to beat the shit out of white boys anyway. But the white boy going to only be able to use his hands. The only thing I don't like is Mayweather's teaching black people a horrible lesson outside of boxing because, you know, they selling the fight. But in selling the fight, he gets to degrade Mayweather to no end. I mean, he gets call Mayweather a boy. He can talk about how Mayweather can't read. He gets to degrade him, and then Mayweather is just sitting there taking it, which reminds me of Martin Luther King type shit, man, where, you know, Martin Luther King, you punch him in the face, you can't say nothing. All of this for what? For $1. And it's like, what are we willing to sell ourselves for? Money. Like, money seems to be the one thing that if you throw it in the black man's face, and black, of course, is all our brothers, the Hispanic tribe, you can say and do whatever you want to me. Whereas I would have more respect for Mayweather. It would have been the first time Mayweather took the fight. He didn't fight Manny Pacquiao for years. Even this McGregor fight didn't take place for years. And promotions shouldn't involve calling a black man a boy or talking about how he can't read. There should be a level of integrity that Mayweather should have. So do I think he's going to beat him? Yeah.
Okay,
so I like how they promote him, though.
Help me out. Because I'm a skeptic. You do realize that he has some tax problems now, right?
Mayweather.
Yeah.
Right.
The IRS is on his ass.
Right.
And he didn't take this fight until after the IRS was on his ass.
Right.
So he's coming back for money.
Right.
Now, at this point in his career, he shouldn't even be in want for money with the amount of money he's made off other fights, but probably we don't know how he's spending his money. We don't know how he invested his money. So he's coming back for money. This is the most money he's ever made. Convince me or help me. Why am I feeling like he's going to lose? Why am I feeling like they're going to tell him to throw the fight? You know what I'm saying? We're in a Trump era now. The white man is feeling, you know what that would do for the white man's pride and his psyche in this day and time? For this dude to lose the fight and then there'd be a rematch, which would even be more money. Help me out. Why am I feeling so skeptical?
Well, I think you just answered your own question because, like, with him having that tax problem, him loving money, his name is Floyd Money Mayweather. So you know why he broke, because the money comes in, and because we think money is our treasure and we don't value money, he ain't investing that money like he should. So of course they'll come and tell him, man, if you lose this fight, you can turn it into a 3-part.
Thank you.
You can lose the fight. We'll let you win the next 2.
Yeah.
But lose this first fight, imagine how much more money you will come. So if he does lose that fight, that's the only way. Now, the only thing I'll say about Mayweather is he prides himself on being undefeated.
True.
That's the only thing I'm actually hoping for, because I don't want to see no brother get their ass kicked by a white boy. You know what I mean? Like,
he is everything that white people hate about our people.
Right.
His brashness. Yeah.
And he's undefeated. And if he breaks this record, he'll be on top of white people even more, because I believe, what is it, Rocky Marciano undefeated at 49-0.
Yeah.
So if he can get to 50-0, he'll be on top of white people. It's almost like Barry Bonds. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really like Barry Bonds, but I like that he got more home runs than Babe Ruth. So I hope that he don't. But if he does lose, that would be the only reason that he'll lose. Because he ain't lost to nobody. Now, he did fight a lot of fighters past their prime, like Mosley and De La Hoya and stuff like that, but he undefeated nonetheless. Not many people can say that. So the only way I can see him losing is if they convince him. But he loves money enough. If he'll let a white man call him boy, he may just take it down. But that's the problem. Like the scripture says, Israel is servant, is he a homeborn slave? We should stop being slaves to the white man. So I hope he doesn't do it. But he's already a slave. So it wouldn't, like him and Michael Vick is in the same boat. It wouldn't be surprising to me if he was to take the money over, his own name.
And speaking of Michael Vick, the coon train made a stop and he jumped aboard.
Right.
With his coon mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we have a dude that's a convicted felon telling another brother that the only thing this brother did was kneel down to protest police brutality. And now Michael Vick comes forward and says that Colin Kaepernick needs to cut his hair so he can appear more clean cut, so that maybe some of these white owners would accept him. Now, I know you have a lot to say about that. So
I want to say is Colin Kaepernick convinced me of something that I didn't even think existed in 2017 among black people that are not Israelites. And he convinced me that there are still black heroes left. Like Colin Kaepernick is a hero, and you notice I'm saying outside of Israelites, because Israelites are giving you more of our culture and identity. What I mean by when I say Colin Kaepernick is a hero, something like what Colin Kaepernick is doing ain't been done probably since Ali. Since Muhammad Ali had his job in jeopardy and stood with his integrity over his livelihood. That's what Colin Kaepernick is doing, because Colin Kaepernick ain't like you and I with a little $1,000 a year, whatever. He's losing millions. He's losing endorsement money. He's losing NFL money. And he's losing it for something that we tell black people to do every day, is be a brother. Love your brother. Like Christ said, the law hinges on 2 things. Love the Most High with all thy might. Love thy brother as thyself. Colin Kaepernick is embodying that without knowing he's an Israelite. That's why I'm saying he's a hero on that level. And you have Michael Vick, who got all the love in the world from black people. Even being convicted of the dog killing, fighting the dogs, killing the dog. While he was going through all that, black people roll with Michael Vick and would bring up things that white people are doing that's more heinous than what Michael Vick is doing, fighting, saying he shouldn't go to jail, going back for him and everything. And what brought me out the most and showed me how much of a slave Michael Vick was, that wasn't even like, when they asked him about the Colin Kaepernick thing, that wasn't even like way into the conversation where he said cut his hair. He said that's the first thing. He said the first thing you need to do is cut his hair. Get clean cut right off the bat. What he's saying is, Kawhi Leonard got cornrows in his hair. Other brothers got them dreads, which I don't like dreads. Dreads is unlawful in our culture. But brothers got dreads. Brothers got braids. Brothers got afros. What made Colin Kaepernick different with his afro is that Colin Kaepernick reminds you of a black man that cares about black people. which I would say now that would be Israelites. Israelites, we keep our beards, we keep our braids, we keep our afros, we keep our hair, and at the same time as we're keeping it, the reason why we're looked at as a threat is because we're about black people. When you see a Muslim with a beard, that ain't threatening to the black man, to the white man, because he's lost in Arab culture. He ain't really caring about black people, he's caring about Arabs. When you see a black man on the forefront saying, not only am I going to have my afro, but I need you to start caring about black people's problems, that's when we become a threat. And Michael Vick, they said gift destroy the heart, right? Michael Vick, and before I talk about Michael Vick, Colin Kaepernick gave the best response that you could give. He didn't utter a word. He just put the definition of Stockholm Syndrome. That was fire. And that damn near was like a UPK 101. That was like a surgical answer to where they took that slave Michael Vick, had him in prison, and gave him a gift. And so now he'll do everything to keep getting that gift, that Stockholm Syndrome. And so Michael Vick played that part so well, and I was saddened by that, because what Colin Kaepernick really should have, what it shows is a few things to that. Number one, if Colin Kaepernick was talking about gay rights, he would be a starter for the Patriots right now.
That's a fact.
If he was talking about gay rights.
Right.
If he was talking about pro-abortion, if he was talking about the war, anything. But what it's really showing is that you can't talk about black people's problems at all. And the minute that you do and mean it, because in the beginning I was skeptical about Kaepernick, because it started off just sitting in the back. He wouldn't come in the front.
Right.
And then he came and took a knee, and I thought he was compromising. He made a believer out of me, because they ain't giving him a job. And the minute that he changed that stance, even if he said, I'm going to still care about black people, but I'll stand for the national anthem, when the white man would see that compromise, they would hire him. Because he's only 30 years old.
Right.
He's a young man in the quarterback world.
Right.
Got skills, could throw the ball, didn't even have more than 10 interceptions, like 18, 16 touchdowns, or like 4 interceptions. So he's a efficient quarterback, so he can still ball. If he would have compromised, they would let him in there. What Colin Kaepernick showed me is that he's not going to compromise. I love Colin Kaepernick. For real. I hate Michael Vick. I was somebody that loved Michael. Me too. I remember when I said around the time Michael Vick had that issue, Ben Roethlisberger raped the white girl in the bathroom, and I said they're gonna let him off for raping the white girl, but they're gonna convict Michael Vick, which shows you they love animals more than they love humans. Michael Vick is a product of Stockholm Syndrome. Like, he's a product of the white man, like I said, with that money. The white man threw him some money, allowed him to come out. He cleaned his up. Remember, he had braids and all that too. And you know what? Before he got convicted, he didn't cut his hair. He kept them braids. He only changed to be accepted from his prison guard. Guard accepted the braids off, he cut his hair off. Cut his beard, trim it down so he could look more presentable. And once he got that gift, he said, I'm going to do it. And what does a good slave do? Not only do he say we sick, he start teaching the other slaves to be just like him. Meanwhile, Colin Kaepernick ain't do no crime. It's not a crime. Right, that's the sad part. That's the saddest part of the whole thing, is it's not a crime. Jeremiah 2:14 says, Israel a servant, is he a homo slave? Well, it says in verses 10 down, it says, be astonished. That's what it says. It's an astonishment to look at the conditions of black people and still see how we sink even lower to serve this devil. Like Michael Vick, I mean, that's really all I got to say about that, man. Colin Kaepernick, man, that's a hero. That's the hero. That's a hero. If he would only come to the knowledge of the truth, man. You know what it is? You know how I look at him? I look at him and Kendrick Lamar. Because Kendrick Lamar also went a little further by saying, don't call him black no more, calls me an Israelite. And no Israelite should shame him for that. Right. Israelites should have, any Israelite that's shaming him, you're jealous of him. You know his cousin is teaching him, right? Yeah. With IUIC? Yeah. All right, well. Lord be with that brother with that IUIC part. But if you jealous of Kendrick Lamar because he say we're Israelite and he happened to be in the world, then you're just straight up and down jealous and hateful. And you shouldn't be that way. Because all the Kendrick Lamars, the Colin Kaepernicks, and brothers like that, they're just novices to coming into the truth. And as far as I know, when I heard the truth, I wasn't this person today.
Right.
I was a novice too.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Does Colin Kaepernick remind you a little bit of Craig Hodges' situation with the Bulls, or not really?
Yeah. No, a little bit.
Okay.
Because Craig Hodges, he didn't go either, and they vilified him for it. He just didn't get the public scrutiny because media wasn't out. Like if that would have been today, it would have probably been a bigger deal. But Craig Hodges is the same, and Craig Hodges went into the shadows. But he went into the shadows where he showed what Craig Hodges, Colin Kaepernick, what they're showing you is that money is not as important as black people are. And that's what we need in this world. We need in this world for people to be in their position. It's normal for people like us because they look at us as, like I make a decent amount. I'm straight up in corporate America. But I'm not looked at as being as important as a celebrity.
Right.
So if you take celebrities that take a stand for black people, and when they get their pressure, because you have celebrities that stand for black people, but when the pressure comes, they back up off it. Right. When you have celebrities take a stand, Colin Kaepernick is going to disappear into the shadows. Listen, straight up. And for him to rather disappear into the shadows to stand for black people instead of loving the white man and staying out of the shadows, we need more of them.
Yeah, he's a hero.
You know what I mean? He's a straight up that hero. It's a shame. If Israel want to prove something, boycott the NFL. Don't watch games.
That's a fact.
Straight up.
So, last but not least, the juice is loose. And white people are mad as the white people are mad as hell. They mad as hell, man. The one black dude that they claim got away, man. They ain't let them get away, bro.
And the sad part about it all is that this ain't about whether a lot of people get caught up in, well, OJ ain't black because he wanted to deal with white people and all that or whatever. And I don't disagree with that. But what's bugged out about it is that in a court of law, just think about this. Eric Garner's killer is allowed to walk free because the court of law exonerated him. Mike Brown's killer didn't even get indicted because the court of law exonerated him. The court of law exonerated O.J. Simpson. He is not guilty of killing Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. Not guilty amongst the jury of his peers. He went to jail for 8 years. Didn't have a gun, just wanted to get his stuff back. The person that I think he was trying to get the stuff back testified on his behalf, and the whole nine. And still, and then the people that he went there with didn't go to jail. He went to prison because of what he was found innocent for. You understand? Like, we shouldn't look at it like, we should look at the hypocrisy of America, right, and look at it like, we still don't get no justice. Like OJ did not get no justice in that court of law because the justice let him free. But we'll forgive the white man for all the killings that he do for black people. That shows you that white lives matter. That shows you that white lives matter because white lives matter so much that happened, 20 years ago? Like he was sentenced 20 years ago. The white man still won't let that shit go. But they tell us to let go of Rodney King, let go of Eric Gardner, let go of all of the black men that have been lynched, robbed, and murdered. Let that be passed. But they won't let OJ go, even though OJ got arrested. OJ went to a court of law. OJ was found not guilty. And because even though he was found not guilty, he still won't let it go. So we need to learn that lesson. Like, we need to get a level of integrity with the white man. That's some sad shit to say. When you think about it, that's some sad shit to say. Like, the white man teaches you a very valuable lesson that they're never going to forgive OJ. So why do we forgive the white man for what he's continually done against us? So I'm glad OJ got, like, I don't like OJ like that. Nah, but just the fact that I like the fact of what he's doing to white people. Yes. I love OJ. I applaud OJ. And the reason why black people love OJ is because on that day, white people got to feel what it was like to not get no justice. That's right. The only difference is the white man keeps his integrity in that. Like, he never forgot it. We forget that we still not getting no justice. That's why Michael Vick say, cut your head in Colin Kaepernick. When Colin Kaepernick is what Colin Kaepernick is standing for is for what the white people are standing for OJ being free. The only difference is the white man ain't got no reason to be against OJ because his peers found him not guilty. Colin Kaepernick got every reason to feel the way he feel because we ain't getting no justice. We got to stop that mental slavery that we got. So that's what I got to say.
Peace, no doubt, man. Well, I appreciate your time, Captain.
I appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah, no doubt, man. So I know you ain't really on Facebook like that no more. So if people want to get in contact with you, I know you still got the radio show. How can they contact you?
You can contact me. My phone number for the school is 646-481-6315. I am on Instagram under Tazaryak. I am on Twitter under Tazaryak. My email address is tazaryak@gmail.com. That's TAZARYACH@gmail.com. You can hit me up, man. We can chop it up, but that's about it. You're gonna be joining us August 5th, man. Y'all brothers that got the issue with it, come on out there and see what we about. You know what I mean? August the 5th, Marcus Garvey Park, Harlem, New York, will be out there.
And you're gonna be at the House of Consciousness Unity.
Yeah, I'm gonna go August 13th, man. It ain't gonna be what a lot of people think it is, man, because I'm about to bring the change in the guard. I've been I usually, like, before I make this statement, man, I'm a nobody. Like the scripture said, we boast the Most High. But I happen to be a nobody that people listen to and has a voice. So because I have that voice, So because I have a voice, y'all about to see the changing of the guard of how Israel deals with the conscious community. And being that I'm somebody that can control that, I'm gonna control that. I'll give y'all an example. Nobody in Israel should debate polite as an example. Polite, and this ain't no knock on polite. Polite don't get offended. You should be polite. You should go out and do whatever it is that you want to do. You should go out there, and I hope you make all the money in the world. Hope you get as famous as you should be. I've had conversations with you, so you know I'm not saying that in no funny way. You should do that. But we as Israel allowing ourselves to be exploited. And so that's why I say what I say. So politely go out there and do your thing, brother. But I know I'm not entertaining him in any debates, and it's going to be a change of the guard. We control our destiny. Like the scriptures say, we're going to take the king, and we got to start taking effect of our culture, of our identity, and how it's used. All right? So with that, I say shalom.
Peace.
All right, there you have it, family. I want to say big up to the Captain Tazaryak, the Howard of the ISUPK for that powerful interview, man. The brother definitely came through and did his thing. So, tell me what y'all think, man. Let me come to the comment boards. I want to know what y'all think about the interview, man. Let's see what's going on over here. I apologize that early on in the interview, y'all couldn't hear some of the audio, but, it's all good, man. The brother touched a lot of topics, man. Polite's Gold Shoes, I see you. Big up to you. Black Mind, I see you. Big up to you. Mommy Rika, I see you. Big up to you. Captain Tazaryak, once again, as always, I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the audio in the beginning was a little, iffy, but we got it all set up. It's all good towards the end. Next time we'll try to do it inside or something like that. All praise to the Most High, man. I appreciate everybody coming out and watching the video. Make sure you make sure you share it on all your social media sites. We got to keep this thing going. We got to stand on the front lines and represent Israel. We can never forget, man, that the world is watching what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? This Israelite movement is not going nowhere. I don't care what nobody tells y'all. This Israelite movement is not going nowhere. These dudes could come with all the pseudo information they want to come to try to attack the Bible. But Israel is going nowhere. As long as you have brothers like Captain Tazaryak on the front lines, as long as you have brothers like Divine Prospect on the front lines, as long as you have brothers like Hashar on the front lines, as long as you have myself on the front lines, we guarantee y'all, Israel, man, that we're not going nowhere. We're going to stand and we're going to fight and we're going to represent the Most High till ain't no breath in our lungs. And these guys don't really have no argument, like Tazaryak said. That's why when you look at guys like Reggie, every time you bring up something about Egypt, he switches it around and starts talking about the Bible because he doesn't have answers to answer for Egypt. And by the way, let me say this really quickly, and I'm going to end this because we've had a long broadcast tonight. You guys and Kevin, if you're watching, spread the word. You guys have no business asking us about nobody in the Bible existing, because I have a list of pharaohs. Listen good. I have a list of pharaohs that y'all cannot prove existed. Outside of their names being on a goddamn wall in Abydos in Egypt, you have absolutely no historical evidence outside of their name being on a wall that they existed. So if y'all want to play that game, let's play that game. All right. So with that being said, once again, I thank y'all family for coming out. You know, I see Chief Holiday on the comment boards. Peace to you, man. DJ Scoop, peace to you. It's all good, man. So with that, I'm going to be back soon. I'm glad that the broadcast went well, because I really was just kind of testing it out today to see exactly how this will work. So I give all praise to the Most High. And thank you to my, definitely to the people that's manning the comment board and keeping all the bullshit away, man. My admins and the comment boards, I appreciate y'all as well. Once again, family, before I go, while I have y'all on here, August the 27th, 2017, you have the workout challenge that's going to be at Bronx Park East. You have AOC versus Lions of Israel. They're going to lose. Versus I Am Israel versus Apostles of New Jerusalem versus any other camp that has their best 4 men to come and work out. Everybody that's participating in this workout will donate $50. Winner takes all for whatever camp. This is to promote health in Israel. This is to promote working out in Israel. And it's also a challenge for us to keep our temples in order and to raise funds for Israel as well, to do something fun. You see what I'm saying? Right now this year, we're going to have pull-ups, we're going to have dips, we're going to have push-ups, and we're going to have the curling challenge, as far as curling like 50, 60 pounds as many times as you can, like in 2.5 minutes. Next year, because this is something that we're doing last minute, next year, we're going to include boxing, martial arts, and grappling, because I know a lot of brothers in Israel, they're into those things, and you should be. Everybody in Israel should be, especially if you're going to camp. You should know some type of martial art and some type of way of defending yourself. That'll be incorporated next year, but in the short run, because we're doing this like within the next month, right now we're just going to keep it strictly a workout. So come out and support the Lions of Israel, AOC, Maccabees Alliance Workout Challenge. We're going to have a cookout that day as well. We're going to have Asha Allah performing, the brothers from How Music. Hopefully they'll be performing some of these songs. So we're going to make it a good time, Israel. Come on out, man, and support. August the 27th. Also, for the sisters, make sure that y'all subscribe to the Sisters of the Maccabees, which is the sister stations of Maccabeestv. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you hit this bell right here. Let me come back to share my screen, because I'm not sharing my screen. I know somebody's probably telling me I'm not sharing my screen, so let me share the screen. Make sure that you come out and you support the Sisters of the Maccabees. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. And check out this video of the cleanse that Dr. Patrick Dells has recommended for Israel to do. If you are going to be staying home on Sabbaths, the Sabbath is a great time to clean yourself out spiritually, but also physically. And this is a great cleanse. We have the video with the cleanse. We're showing you how to administer the cleanse. You also have the Captain McGunn and his wife, who came up here to visit myself and my wife, and they actually did the cleanse, and they're giving you their testimony of how the cleanse helped them. All right. And a lot of people we know have taken this cleanse. So make sure you watch this video, especially on the Sabbath, like maybe the night before the Sabbath. Watch the video and go out and get whatever you need to actually take the cleanse. And I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I promise you, if you do this cleanse, you're going to feel way different after you do this cleanse. But you have to be home, because it is going to send you to the bathroom. But that's a lot of the toxins and stuff that's built up in your system actually coming out of you. You see what I'm saying? And you'll be surprised. You ain't even going to be hungry after you do this cleanse, because a lot of the parasites that's in you that make you feel hungry is going to come right out of you. So check this video out. Sisters of the Maccabees is the page. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. On this page, we're going to be loading up a video about Irish moss, sea moss, coming up real soon, a great video. Also, I'll be uploading some of the videos that we did when we were in Grenada as well. A lot of great footage on that. I haven't uploaded that yet, so make sure you subscribe to this channel. And here's the video I was talking about before, Maccabeestv. It's up right now, the workout challenge, August 27th. I was just talking about that. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. And also on the day of the cookout out there, because the brother Danyaahla is going to be shooting the video or portions of the video for Banging on Esau Part 2. All right. Subscribe to this brother's channel as well. The brother Danyaahla, Captain Danyaahla of I Am Israel, coming straight out of Cleveland, Ohio, is going to be shot on the day of the cookout. All right. If you haven't heard the song, I'll play a little clip for y'all, man. The song is fire, man. Make sure y'all share this on y'all social media. Stop listening to the BS they play on the radio and support real hip-hop music.
They won't take no responsibility at all. That's bad as the gas then he got to go. We still banging on Esau. Remix to them changes on Esau. Coons, we holding camp, y'all can fall through. Cause like Esau, we banging on y'all too. But you have tackles, but the Georgians are lying. It's slavery, what you crack and see ain't nothing changed. So burn Babylon, burn till it's up in flames. All your riches, all your power done in 1 hour.
Pure fire, that's it. Y'all already heard it. If you want to hear the song, make sure you come to the brother's page and show the brother support. So with that being said, family, I love Israel. Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I know it's been a long show, so I'm about to end it. I say peace, safety, and shalom to the nation of Israel, and I'll see y'all again real soon. Lions of Israel, Maccabeestv, Maccabees Alliance, signing off. Peace.